Okay, listen to me, man. I finally finished Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I have a few words to share. The first thing I want to say about Resident Evil 4 is that both the original and the remake, well, aren't really Resident Evil. Meaning that after Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original Nemesis, not the chopped mess Resident Evil 3 Remake was.
Bitch can't even swim.
The spirit of Resident Evil, the atmosphere of Resident Evil was totally gone. Resident Evil 4 was a fast-paced third-person action shooter game. Very few horror elements were left in Resident Evil 4. Yes, shooting zombies in the legs is fun. Kicking zombies in the face is fun. But it's not Resident Evil. It's like playing Tekken combined with Gears of War.
Pissing our pants yet?
Now, besides the sad fact, that Resident Evil 4 isn't a traditional Resident Evil game, this fresh remake is actually a degraded version of the original on GameCube. I mean, yes, the visuals are upgraded, but still worse than Resident Evil 2 remake for some unexplained reason. Yes, the gameplay is also upgraded, but not to a satisfying degree. Yes, you can aim while walking. Yes, you can block attacks and stab enemies from behind or when they are down. And maybe a little better customizable weapon experience. But that's all. Everything else from the original Resident Evil is still here. Unchanged. No extra additions to make things a little spicier. For example, they could easily make Leon do a 360 spinning kick, or a helicopter kick, or a Jean-Claude Van Damme kick, or throw punches at zombies. Something to make it stand out from the original. They could have easily added extra characters, extra cameo, extra endings, extra anything. But they didn't. They created a dull version of the original when it comes to personalities and the scenario. But beside these, let's say, imperfections, the worst part of the remake are the dialogues, the monotonous interactions and the cutscenes. All these are also degraded or downgraded. Check this scene, for example.
This guy? Who are you? Okay, stop right there!
They removed Leon's sidekick and made Leon look even less badass in the remake. Another thing that made me, let's say, angry is that they deliberately made the interaction between Leon and Ashley way less flirtatious, and as a result, way less indifferent and uninteresting. Some feminist morons said that the original game was sexist towards Ashley.
Hey, what are you looking at? Oh, you pervert!
In the remake, Leon is all about getting the job done. No time to flirt with cute girls for Mr. Kennedy. They also changed the ending, where Ashley in the original was blatantly flirting with Leon. Actually, she was hitting on him, but he turned her down, like a chad he was.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know?
The job comes first, after all. In the remake, they made Leon too serious and cold with everyone, actually. A little bit of saltiness doesn't hurt here and there, but I forgot. We live in the worst snowflake era of human history. We must not offend women's feelings, aka narcissism. Another terrible thing about Resident Evil 4 Remake are the boring, monotonous, simplistic dialogues. It felt like they were written by a grade school student. Ashley, are you okay? Leon, are you okay? And of course,
Leon! 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 Leon!
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
so strong and independent. I mean, since Capcom replaced the sexist Leon and generally the sexist tone from the original with a serious one, why didn't they make Ashley more combative, more tough, more feminist? Why did they keep her annoying screaming, Leon, Leon, Leon? Also, where are these colossal one-liners?
I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
My, we've got a feisty one.
See you later.
Women.
Final words. When you are making a remake from the scratch, fans are expecting exactly that, a remake, not a predictable downgraded version of the original. Upgrading mainly the graphics just doesn't cut it. Just look at the first Resident Evil 1 remake on GameCube. This game was a work of art, and still is. It wasn't just the upgraded graphics that made it great. They added extra content, like new cutscenes, they expanded the scenario and the areas of the original, and you could easily say that yes, that is a remake. Resident Evil 4 Remake, on the other hand, is a downgraded copy-paste version of the original, but hey, if you think that Resident Evil is all about repetitive zombie kicking, selling trinkets, trading stuff and buy weapons, well, it's not. Actually, I think they should have changed the name of the original in the first place to something like, I don't know, the Spanish Expedition or Las Plagas. Anyway, final verdict for Resident Evil 4 Remake is a 6.5 out of 10. Can't wait for Resident Evil 5 Remake. I mean, how bad can they make this game look? It's already bad. Say it. Say it. Say it. Fuck this shit, man.